everybody, welcome back to the Positively Craig YouTube channel. Thank you very much for joining me once again. Right, today's video is going to be about 12 things that positive people do differently. Now this is going to be 12 different things that you can use in your daily life and also moving forward in regards to positivity and how well you manage your daily life and how things go well. So yeah, really looking forward to doing this one. I say it's going to be a strong positive message. This is going to be absolutely charged with positivity. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so step 1, express gratitude. Okay, now expressing gratitude can come in many different ways. One of the things that you need to fully understand is expressing gratitude with how you appreciate what you've got going on in your life at the moment. Embrace the things that you've got in your life at the moment. They become truly more valuable and more important to you. They grow in importance to you. So expressing gratitude for when people do acts of kindness for you, when family members support you at low times and tough times in your life. Now these are things that you do need to embrace and need to understand. There's lots of things we can do to touch base with other people, connect physically when possible, connect verbally, communicate and express the gratitude we have for what others can do for us, but not only what we've done for other people. Expressing gratitude for the things that make us feel fulfilled, helping other people, knowing that you've made a difference to somebody. These are things that are really important when it comes to expressing gratitude and helps you with your well-being and peace of mind. Step 2, cultivate optimism. Now what does that mean? Now optimism is seeing the truer side in something, the positive rather than the negative. It's the glass half full as opposed to half empty analogy. Half full means you've always got something extra to put in there. Half empty means you haven't got much left. So this is where you can build upon the positivity of optimism, create it, make it something that you use as a daily tool, use it as part of your daily routine and allow yourself to envelop that, encourage it and use it on a regular basis, because it will help and does help when it comes to well-being, peace of mind and how you deal with everyday problems, and also looking at them in a positive way but never in a negative way. Step 3, avoid overthinking and social comparison. Now, one of the biggest problems that people can face in the world is overthinking problems. Overthinking issues that you've got in your life or issues that potentially have come up in your life that weigh heavy on your mind. This is probably one of the more important of these 12 keys that I'm going to speak to today. This one is such a strong one. Things that play in our mind, overthinking problems, thinking that there's no way out of a solution, that this just keeps happening, there's nothing positive coming my way, but you're wrong. There is always positive things to be taken, always a step up from where you are, because if you feel rock bottom, you can't go any lower. The only way is to climb. So this is one of the things that overthinking can make a big difference to you in regards to taking that away from your mindset. Stop that dealing with the things that are pressurizing you into being low, and use that energy instead of against being negative, but use it as being positive. Use that, channel that pent up aggression, that pent up anger, that anxiety that it brings you, and use it for good. Stop overthinking. think positive. Step 4. Practice acts of kindness. Now this is probably one of the easiest of the steps to do. We all have love in our hearts. We all have empathy and compassion and the willing to help other people. Now, random acts of kindness are something that it's such an easy thing. Like, for instance, holding open a door for somebody, offering to get some shopping in for somebody, offering to help somebody, even a child with homework or a friend with a problem they may have. It could even be somebody moving house, or stepping in to sort of help them in a rough time. Now this can be more rewarding than you could possibly imagine. Acts of kindness is like sort of a circle in regards to the person you give that act of kindness to, you develop that act of kindness for. They will feel, they've got support, they'll have well-being, but also as that circle comes back round to you, you will feel wealth in yourself, that you've helped somebody, that you would hope that in your time of crisis or anything that you may have, that you have support with you or people who support you around. And these are the things that make this as a whole a fantastic thing to help with your positivity and mindset and well-being. Because who doesn't like the feeling of somebody's act of kindness? I know if somebody helps me out, somebody offers me something or does something for me that I wasn't expecting or didn't ask them to do, but they did it for me, and you sit back and you think, wow, aren't they truly an amazing person? And how does it feel to be that person who's helped them out? I know in my heart it makes such a big difference to me and the things I do in my life. So it's definitely something you should take care of too. Step 5. Focus on social relationships. Now this can come in lots of different measures, and this ties in quite a lot with the previous points in regards to social relationships. Could be with your family, with your friends, with your work colleagues, or making new friends if that's something that you don't have in your life. Maybe you've had friends previously, and lost touch with them, and you'd like to sort of have that engagement again. So taking care of social relationships is so important. Even if you haven't spoke to somebody for a few days, a week, a month, a year, or in some cases it could be years if they were a good friend or even a family member. Now, rekindling this, joining this together, bringing that back can sometimes be so wholesome for you that you don't understand how enriching, how important it is in your life to have that social connection with somebody, especially if it's a friend that you've lost touch with, especially if it's a family member that you may have fell out with and you haven't spoke to them for a while and you want to reconnect with them. So to build those bridges, bring them back into your life, because blood is thicker than water, is as they say. But sometimes some wounds are harder to heal, but it's definitely something that you should try to heal. You should really depend on your family. Family is the most important thing. Having good friends around you is the most important thing. So why not embrace this? Charge it full of positivity and the energy you can use to create the good things about having people around you. Why would you not want that in your life? Why would you decide not to make a positive move forward to make this happen? Step 6. Developing skills for coping. Now, I think this is probably one of the most important of these facts, as we're halfway through these facts now. Now, step 6 developing skills for coping. Now this isn't so much as a coping mechanism for when something's just happened. This is also about preemptive coping, because if a problem comes up or you get some bad news or something, it's how you deal with that bad news, how you cope with that bad news, how you take that information and process it and either let it dominate you or use that energy to take strength from it and do something positive from it. Now, also, as well, as I said about preempting this, is if you, for instance, worry about coping about nervousness, for instance, for like going into a job interview, or knowing you've got to have a tough conversation with somebody which you're dreading, and it fills you more with dread than the actual process itself. You know, because in most cases it's literally sit down, paperwork, or just an honest conversation with somebody. But building that coping mechanism in order to empower yourself, to charge yourself with positivity in regards to how you're going to deal with that situation. First off, do you have the right mindset? Are you prepared? Have you planned out what you're going to do? And how are you going to execute it? Now these are things, very small bases that you can use within the coping mechanism to prepare yourself for situations that are outside of your comfort zone, things that you're not prepared for, things that make you uncomfortable, or even having the tough conversations. So this is something you can embrace, something you can use, and something that I think as a rule for life can really help you with ongoing situations that potentially will come up in your life, because forewarned is forearmed. Being prepared is better than being unprepared. It's so much easier to cope, deal, concentrate, and make the right decisions if you prepare and help yourself with managing your coping techniques. Step 7. Learning to forgive. Now, we've all had situations in our lives where people have wronged us, people have said things about us, or done things that have hurt us so bad that we find it hard to forgive them. Now, this can be a weight that can carry around with you, a weight that's on your back that you sometimes it's very hard to let go. It's hard to put that down and move on. But one of the main keys to positivity and well-being and peace of mind is forgiveness. Having that ability to forgive somebody for something that they may have done to you, may have said about you, or wronged you in some sort of way, can really improve your way of life, your positivity, and your peace of mind. This is such a big gift to have if you have forgiveness in you. If that person understands that what they've actually done was wrong to you, and you have that honest conversation with them and say, listen, you really upset me, you really betrayed my trust, or I find it so hard to forgive you for what you did. But sometimes pulling that back, having that conversation, sitting down and asking, why did you do it? Why would you say that? Was it something I did? Was it something that maybe our wires got crossed? Having that peace of mind, or even that honest conversation with that person or persons, that is what can really build bridges and also mend a lot of broken scars of memories that that you do carry around with you. Because forgiveness is an amazing thing if you have it. It's an amazing thing to be forgived, because you may be the one who's on the receiving end of this. You may have done something that somebody can't forgive you for, or resent you for, or you may have said something that you wish you hadn't said, and you've upset someone, you no longer talk to them, or they're distant with you. Sometimes having that conversation, or realising maybe I was at fault there, maybe it was my fault. Can I forgive myself for what I did, and hope that that person forgives me for what I did? So it is very important that you do sort of embrace the thought of forgiveness, enjoy the feeling of relieving that tension of having that burden of forgiving or being forgiven, because it's not something that's nice to carry around with. It's not something that a lot of people can deal with. But try having a look at it, see if it's something you can develop, something that you may be able to work on, and hopefully you'll be able to be forgiven, or you can forgive. Stage 8. Develop and encourage flow experiences. Now, what does that mean? Now, flow experiences are very important when it comes to how you move forward. Things that give you peace of mind, things that you enjoy doing, things that you may be doing on a regular basis, like for instance going to the gym, or spending time with family, or if you enjoy your job and you go to work and that's something that you really have passionate in, you're passionate in, and it's something that you really enjoy. These are things that you need to slow down, concentrate on, and think about the flow experience. Now, if you are spending time with family, especially if you're busy, like for instance if it's your family that you don't get to see, you may have your own family and you go to visit relatives, friends, and you may stay an hour, because you've got to get back because you've got things to do. Now that sometimes is the way, is the life we live. It is the busy times that we do live in, especially when we've got families and busy work schedules. But sometimes it is important to concentrate on this, slow things down. Instead of staying an hour, make time to stay 2 hours. If you're enjoying something like drawing, reading, podcasting, or making videos, do it more often, because it enriches your soul. It helps you. It gives you positive thoughts. It gives you well-being, and sometimes it's things that you can't take for granted. That time comes and goes. Visiting somebody for an hour is great if you get to see them. Reading or drawing or playing an instrument for an hour is fantastic. It gives you amazing self sort of accomplishment and feeling of pride that you've achieved something. But why not do that more often? Why not make time? And that's one of the things that is such an enemy to us when it comes to the flow system, is that time. We're dictated by time. How long have I got? When have I got to leave? I've got to get home because I've got to do this, I've got to do that. But we all have the time to change how we adapt to the flow opportunities, how we decide to move forward with them, how we decide to deal with them, and how we decide to make it more important to us that we embrace the things that make us happy. Step 9. Savour life's joys. Now this is one of my favourite points, this one, because there's lots of things we have in our lives that brings us joy. Family, pets, hobbies, people around us, watching your favourite programme, watching your favourite film, sitting down and watching something with family or friends, or even going out and socialising when possible with your family and friends, or doing things that bring you joy, like having a few drinks or just having a laugh with your friends you haven't seen for a while. Now I think this is something that we do really need to look into. We need to savour these things, because these are the little clips in between the busy times, in between the tough times that we have in life. These are the things that bring us joy. We look back at them and we go, oh, do you remember last weekend when we did this? Remember last year when we were on holiday? Remember when we did this? Remember. We savour these joyful moments. We savour them in video. We savour them on Instagram, Snapchat, WhatsApp. We have lots of different ways to savour these things. I defy anybody who doesn't go back into their camera reel or video reel or looks back on their computer and looks back at old photographs and remembers good times that had happened during their life. It could be something that was recent, it could have been something from your childhood, it could be something that you're in the middle of doing right now. And these are so important to embrace and use, because the power in positivity, the power in savouring the joy in the things that you've experienced or done in your life, there is nothing more powerful. It can drive you forward, it can pick you from the lowest depths of despair and take you to the highest peak of happiness. So why don't you enjoy, why don't you really embrace the things that have brought you joy or bring you joy right now, and make them a big part of who you are and what you do every day, because it's so important that you really embrace the things that bring you joy. Step 10. Commit to your goals. We all set goals daily, weekly, yearly. It could be anything, New Year's resolutions to I'm going to start my diet on Monday, changing how we're going to manage our life, our finances, our well-being. But these are so important that we do embrace, that we commit to our goals. We have to stick by what we do. If you make a plan to do something, I'll do it on Monday, and then it's the next Monday, then it's the next Monday, are you really committing to your goals? You're not. You need to commit to what is important to you. Commit to the things that are important to you moving forward. Are you happy to be stuck where you are if you're not happy? Would you rather take action, take positivity and move forward and commit to a new way of life, a new career, a new path in which you were destined to be on? I know you really have some things that you wish you'd committed to, or you started with passion and it fell aside. We all have them, we all regret them, but are we doing anything about them? And this is where you come into it. You have to commit, you have to be 100% positive of what you're going to do, because why start something not to see it through? Why begin a new task or a new career and not pursue it? Who's the person who you let down in this? Who's the person who fails? It's not the people out there, it's you. You're the one who has to commit to your goals, because if you don't do it right, you set yourself up for failure. Make a plan, make a stage in which by this point I want to be here, by this point I want to be here, by this point I'm exactly where I want to be. Now this is what you need to understand. How positive is it to think this way, to listen to the words I'm saying, to have that passion, to talk positively about your new goal and what you want to do and why you're not doing it. So make it happen. Step 11. Practice spirituality. Now, spirituality comes in lots of different ways. It can come in religion, it can come in peace of mind and well-being. It can come in lots of different ways. Now, spirituality, when you say that word, people automatically think, obviously, about, being, going to church, being, in touch with religion and beliefs. But spirituality can be about calmness in your mind as well, because it's so important to people that if you are Catholic or you have your own religion out there that you believe in, and there's lots around the world that are vitally important to you and your well-being, and also your spirituality of your mindset, then embrace it. Make sure that this is something that you practice daily, you commit to, and make sure that it's easy to fall by the wayside and lose that faith. But how strong are you in your heart? How positive are you to believe in what you started out doing, to give yourself that well-being. Because I know when it comes to spirituality with myself, is that finding that place of calm, that place of zen, that place of somewhere where I can sort of bring myself back to, should I find myself coming out of sort of the mundane parts of my life, the everyday grind. I sometimes have to bring myself down, humble myself, and bring myself into a place of spirituality. Now, I use music for this. I use various music, because I've said in previous videos, to sort of centre myself, to find myself in a place where I can take a deep breath. I can bring myself down from the tensions, the things that have got me wound up, or the things that have made it tough for me to deal with my everyday situations. And I'm sure you'll have your own ways of doing this. I'm sure there's lots of different things you guys out there do to help with your spirituality, be it religious or just like yoga or peace of mind or well-being. So this is something that you need to look at. What's important to you? Is it religion? Is it spirituality in regards to yoga or peace of mind, or contemplating what it is that is most important to you in life? Because this is something that only you can decide. I can give you the keynotes, I can give you the ideas in ways to sort of help improve that. But at the end of the day, the one person, the only person who can truly find you help is yourself. To find that spirituality has to be you. So you need to concentrate and think, how are you going to obtain this? And the final step, step 12, taking care of your body. Now, everything I've said in these steps is all about peace of mind, well-being, importance in regards to how we deal with positivity, adapt to situations, move around and change our way of lives. But what is the most important thing for us to be able to do this is our body, taking care of our body. We need to look after ourselves. We need to eat right, we need to exercise regularly, we need to look after, and any problems you have, jump on them straight away. Don't wait. If you have a problem or you're worried about any health concerns, go straight to doctors, phone for a phone consultation with your doctor, or even 111, which is the UK's sort of NHS care line. Ring and just ask someone the question, I'm a little bit concerned, can I just have a medical point of view, somebody with a bit more expertise to maybe talk to me about this? And sometimes it could be nothing, but sometimes if you catch it quick enough, it could potentially save your life. Now, this is something that's really important, because you need to look after your body, because it's the only place you've got to live. If you don't look after yourself, you're basically bringing the house down around you, because you're strong of heart, you're strong of mind, you need to be strong of body. Now, how are you going to achieve this? What have you been doing at the moment to make this difference? Have you been sitting back thinking, I'm not happy with myself, I'm not happy with my appearance, I could be fitter, I run upstairs and back down again to grab something, or am I out of breath? Are you going to let another day go by where you are out of breath, feel unfit and do nothing about it? Taking care of your body is so important, and if you don't understand that if you don't keep the engine running, it will break down. You can have the strongest heart, you have the strongest mind in the world, but you need your body to ensure these tasks are seen through. So, on this final point, look after yourself, guys. Drink plenty of water. Try to eat plenty of fruit, vegetables, have a good balanced diet. have a little treat when you need it, because sometimes the doom and gloom of diets can sort of loom over you of like, oh, salads, little meals, I'm not happy. But there's so many different ways that you can help yourself, so many different ways that you can help your body. Like buy smaller plates, because to the mind's eye, seeing a smaller portion on a plate makes it look, it's filling the plate on a smaller plate. It's little things like that that can just help with diets and various aspects of well-being of your body. So take care of your body, because the only person who's going to suffer is you. And do you really want to suffer? I know you don't. I don't. You guys are better than that. I know you are. Okay, so thank you very much for tuning into this video once again. I'm loving the support you guys are giving me. I'm hoping you guys are going to give me more support, help me grow my channel and get this positive message out to all the people who need it, or especially right now, especially what's going on in the world. So please make sure that you're telling your friends about my channel, make sure you're sharing my channel, make sure that you like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you guys don't miss any of my videos. Okay, so thank you very much as always for watching. It's always a pleasure to do these for you. So please stay tuned, please enjoy my future videos, recap on the previous funny ones that I've done, and remember, I've been Positively Craig. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye. Hi, Post-Production Craig here. I want to thank everybody for supporting my channel, but I do really want to grow this channel even bigger, so make sure you do please share, tell your friends about my videos and let them know how important it is and how much work I do put into putting these videos out for you guys, because it is so important that you do show my support. I am looking to grow this channel a lot bigger, so please like, subscribe and share my videos for me, and make sure that we do get this message out to the people who need it the most. So thank you very much for watching.